All right, guys, we're back. Am I hosting?
True is he just started it. You can join off me.
Okay, well, if he doesn't use Game Heart, we're gonna have to get him to remake it. So.
Oh, okay.
We got some bits, some love, and some subs to do. Just give me a sec, guys, because I'm apparently remake with Game Heart.
Okay.
I will host. All right. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec here. I got to juggle a lot today. Yesterday, at the very least, I didn't have to host lobbies, which was kind of nice. But
yeah, I can
shifted. But I did want to quickly thank Black Spade Camo for upgrading to a green butthole during the commercial break with a small cheer there. Get this going here. We also had some other action going on. We had World Prospecting cheer 500 bits. Thank you very much for that, sir. And he also resubbed for 2 months. Good to have you back for that. 300 more bits coming from Black Spade Camo. Should be green soon too. Cool face, cool face. And then World Prospecting gifted some subs to Schwartz Elf and Gentle Musk. Thank you for your generosity. I'll get that updated there in a moment, guys. Like I said, I gotta juggle a lot of things. So type 1 for invite to True versus Bly. The admin in here too. Make sure we're not missing anybody. A lot of things to talk about for this matchup in particular, especially because it's Bly. But yeah, we'll get things rolling here in a sec. It's gonna be a Biogenesis into Neon Violet. Square, Catalyst, Blackpink, and Eastwatch should we get all the way. I think we saw Eastwatch like what, once yesterday, if at all?
I don't even know if we did. I feel like we didn't. Eastwatch is the one that's like, it has a gold on it, and you know, it's like a wide ramp at your natural. And I'm trying to think it like what aesthetics are. I forget. I just remember it's one of the only ones that has a gold on it.
All right, well, nobody else said anything, so we're gonna just get this party started. Put me on ref, and players said, let's go, go, go. So this is the new, another one of the brand new maps for those who have not been keeping tabs. Oh, freaking stupid DreamHack people. So I guess it was like I had to leave the lobby because apparently we're missing the observer.
Oh, okay.
Who got host?
Let's see, it's probably
Bly. Okay, that's fine. All right, now we should have everybody.
okay. I want to be better on Twitter. I know yesterday I like started out and then I totally I was so tired yesterday, man. I had no sleep and I didn't eat except for those bootios, and that was it. But today I'm feeling a lot better.
Some bootios. All right, so I guys had some complications. We're good to go now. We're getting into the game for real this time. True versus Bly. It's a best of 5, fresh and new, and starting now.
My favorite.
Zerg invades base trade. Good job, Temp. I know we get Temple on for a cast one time, and it's all ZvZ.
I'm so sorry, man. I think yesterday was like Z.
Let's restart this. You're already cutting out. Hold up.
Oh, really? God damn.
Yeah. Having a day.
Should we try the other the Skype audio, or is it just always bad on?
Skype audio compresses badly. Let's just restart this.
I hate the.
So guys, 1 sec here. Gotta get Tempo to leave the call. There we go. So I can call him back. Oh, let's get some love coming in. We'll get that shouted out just a gosh darn moment. Let's finally get into this game. Spawn here to the top left side. Dude impressed us with his ZvZ tactics yesterday. We'll see if he does it again. We have the Blue Zerg team experts, Bly.
On fire. But in the bottom right-hand corner, it is from Sidestorm Gaming, True.
Now Bly has opted for a pool, somewhat similar to what we saw yesterday. See if he decides to pull drones once more. People were so upset that they missed that match. I went and highlighted it immediately so we could get it out there, share it with the world. The crazy tactics Bly was pulling versus Snoot. Good stuff yesterday, man. A lot of fun games from Bly. But this is a different beast. Like Snoot, I'm glad. First off, that's one point. I'm glad he didn't pull drones. But Snoot is a very talented player, very good at ZvZ. But True is a Korean beast. It's a different opponent altogether. So Bly's gonna have to bring different tactics, but probably not that different of tactics. Also,
Bly's gonna do Bly, no matter what.
Yeah, I really want to actually see. My favorite Bly thing is when he does the Muta Roach combination, but more on that in a moment. Biogenesis, though, we did talk about, and there was a really weird dynamic to this ramp here. You can terraform this side, shut it down, and there's only one skinny ramp. So I think even in a ZvZ, you can control this outer part a lot easier than maybe you could even right here. But without creep spread, it's not going to matter. Zerglings get on top of this. He's still producing more Zerglings. A lot of Zerg players start transitioning out of this and just use the first few for some aggression, then move into drones, and end up macroing out of this. But Bly is either feigning and all in, or he's actually all inning. I'm not sure which yet.
He's feigning it. Making it look like more than it is, but True went for the pool first, and that's why I was surprised Bly continued with the Lings, because he identified that it was a pool first out of True, but he's doing a pretty good job at least not committing to either of these attacks, making sure that he's able to win the fight if he does go for it.
That's tough though with the Queen here. She brings a lot of extra damage. He would have won this if there was no Queen involved. In fact, he still takes a pretty good Ling fight, but at the end of the day, gonna dive in for maybe a drone kill at the very end. No, good deny out of True as he build cancels a Spore Crawler.
Yeah. All right, not bad, not bad. And it's really not a huge disadvantage here for Bly when he did that. He was able to kill a decent amount. Oh no, he didn't kill any drones. But he was equal. Somehow he was able to catch up in drones while he did that.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like I said, he wasn't droning at the start of the attack, but after he had begun, he did start droning. Sentry came down, okay timing. It's a little bit awkward because even though the numbers down here are similar, True is slightly ahead.
Yeah,
not by a whole lot.
He got the earlier speed, and the thing is, True decided to pull out of gas. So his main advantage is that, but he's not really committing to Zergling speed. He's just using it to scout and be annoying, and that's actually going to be a pretty nice advantage that he has.
I like that control to Bly too. Leaves the one weakened drone to go mine while he pulls the rest. Unfortunately, though, the Lings do manage to wrap back around, pick off not just one, but two drones.
Oh, this is so annoying. I mean, any race that has Zerglings in their base feels the pain. Even Zerg itself.
Especially when you don't have your own speedlings to deal with them. Bly may skip speed altogether, by the way, guys. This is starting to smell like it might just be a roach game for him.
Yeah.
Kind of past that point of like, is it worth it? True, in the meantime, does take his third base, so gets a little ahead on the other side of the field while this goes on.
Yeah, it gives him that control. Bly really can't move out onto the map, right? So if he's going to skip out on speed, then we should see the first 100 gas most likely go into Lair. And it's all about if he decides to go into the Roach with the upgrades, or if he just tries to go for a Muta style. So with this amount of Queens, I think he's probably going to go Roaches.
Golly, Tempo. I just saw something on this map that I can't unsee.
No, don't ruin it for me too.
I gotta ruin it for you too, man. Look at the rocks around the Vespine geyser.
Oh boy.
Negative zeros in chat. He's talking. I think he's going to made the map. But yeah, the rocks stand out. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Jeez.
I didn't even. Yeah. Wait, now I'm like gonna go back to a bunch of. No other ones have it. Yeah.
No, it's all the geysers have the wrong rock colors. They don't match the, what you call it, the purple and the tile set and everything.
Oh.
That looks real bad. Everyone point and laugh at the map maker in chat.
But like the ones in the main though, and it's only the ones on the
Yeah, the ones in the main look cool. They're like the new cool looking what is it called, purifier geysers.
Yeah. It purifies your Vespine gas for safe consumption. But wow, we are going into Roaches, right?
It's not like a Brita water filter.
That's how I figured it was. Come on, that stuff is toxic, man. You got the drones carrying it in their mouths. Let's be real, man.
Well, yeah, it's put out Roaches versus Roaches. Bly. This is where I kind of don't like this though. So Bly skips Zergling speed and goes straight to Roaches. On this end, he should have an advantage, and that's going to be the +1 armor. That's the 100 gas meant there instead of on Zergling speed. However, a lot of these fights are determined by reinforcements because of how big of a deal Defender's advantage is, and the faster you get across the map, the better. And sometimes a flood of like 20 or 40 Zerglings will beat out Roaches.
Yeah, the best thing about it is that you can hold them in place and then make it so that they can't retreat if they push out with too little. So giving you that option at least is really nice. And even having Zerglings to be able to get run-bys done, you get to this point in ZvZ where you're definitely floating more minerals than your gas. So you can either make more queens, try to make more static defense, or just like flood drones and hope that you don't die. But without speed, they're kind of useless there.
So what we are seeing right now is the repercussion of that later third base for Bly. He's down quite a bit right now in terms of workers, in terms of Roaches. He's got a spine crawler coming down. He's like really playing paranoid. However, that 1-1, actually, he canceled armor.
Oh, he did. Then he doesn't have any real advantage here.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one thing I go for him was like that armor would have maybe helped make up for this, but okay, this is pretty bad.
Yep, he's just gonna have less, and I just don't see him holding this here. He doesn't have anything else.
Look at the army supply. A spine collar doesn't make up for this. I think Bly's dead. Defender's advantage can only go so far.
Third is on the bottom. Yep. Well, though, there's only one Ravager. If there were more Ravagers, then Corrosive Biles can at least buy time for him to have Defender's advantage. But he spread creep as well, which means that True's Roaches are gonna get here even quicker. So it might have shot him in his own foot without him even knowing it. And True is going to bring some of his queens, too.
He gets there because how fast the creep spread is. She only gets a transfuse off. She doesn't really do much, unfortunately. However, it still comes down to that Roach number game right now. 25 Roaches to 50, literally double the Roach count here for True. They're on even upgrades, but True's actually on his way to +2, so he will be the one with an upgrade advantage.
Well, he did buy enough time, Bly, and he does have the Spine Crawler on the high ground, which is really cool. So that army advantage that True once possessed is no longer here. So I don't know if he just didn't think that he could push for the win, or maybe he's setting up for a different kind of push with the the burrow.
It's a lot easier for us to see the difference in that army supply, and as you can see now, it's even started to bridge itself a little bit, but that is the defender's advantage aspect I think True want to avoid by dodging the fight, because you know that these reinforcements are right there on the doorstep. That being said, though, as he continues to walk around the bottom of the ramp, it's a little bit scary. Of course, nobody is going to want to push up any of these ramps, but as this goes on, Bly, he falls behind another base. True's taking a 4th while we're speaking.
Well, if True has too many drones and they both max out, then Bly will have the higher army supply. But I think what True's doing right now is waiting for +2 before he engages, and then also trying to wait for Burrow and Tunneling Claw so that Bly is forced to attack.
Waits for nothing. He gets that Roach one. Bly can't build anything else now.
Wow, he's going to get +2.
Oh, Jesus. The Spire's on the way, but that's not going to finish anything close to in time. True should be able to kill everything in the main, including this Roach Warren and including the Spire. So Bly goes for the attack. Bit of a Roach base trade. This doesn't happen often, but Ace 1, Ace 2 it up, guys. I think Defender's advantage will eventually win here for True. Bly just can't actually build anything but slow Zerglings, and that lack of speed is going to bite him in the ass.
Oh, no. Yeah, so it's basically Spine Crawlers up, but he doesn't even have anywhere to build them. Nowhere is safe at the point in time, and just the amount of numbers that True has and the upgrade lead and even the utility of the Burrow movement, he can regenerate his Roaches and then engage Bly at the last second.
That's true as well, yeah. Do a lot of micro around that.
Do it.
Can't transfuse something that gets one shot. That Spine Crawler goes down pretty quick. Bly does run some drones away, maybe about a hatchery or two. Oh, this is
silly.
True also pulls drones and they meet up in the top right. It's drone party. So both boys have lost everything on their side of the field. Ultimately, though, when it comes down to the final engagement, it should still, in my opinion, favor True. He'd have to really mess this up.
Yeah.
Bly also might not actually... Okay, he's got a single drone. This is Bly's only drone over here. He actually can't do a lot of build cancel shenanigans. Bly may die to a lack of bases. Last drone goes down.
Yep. True is gonna see the last hatchery, and I think that was what Bly was hoping.
This is an actual base trade.
It really is, yeah.
Actual base trade in ZvZ.
Well, where's True's last building, though? He puts an extractor in the main, and then he has extractors also.
No, he's got extractors everywhere. True's fine. That's it. That's game GG. True wins the ultimate ZvZ base trade. It takes game number 1.
Wow.
Okay. Wow, indeed. By the way, thank you to DPulsar90 for the $5 donation earlier. He says, hashtag save tempo, best entertaining streamer with a heart. And what the fudge just happened?
Royal prospecting.
Royal bloody prospect to taking the top cheer, but dude breaking my heart because he's not using our custom cheer modes for it. But that's okay, because that's a mighty generous amount of cheers. Dude, I don't know what to say other than just thank you very much. 250,000 bits.
Never seen that many bits in my life, Rifkin.
He says, for safe consumption at the drone party.
See, I told you. Those refineries, man. The purifiers.
I'm trying to get the lobby up. One sec, guys. I heard some more bits. We'll get that going in a moment. It's true. Here's Bly. And then...
Yeah, I'm in here. So, where are we going?
Tip 1 for invite. True versus Bly. All right. Who is this? Terminator else comes in with 100 bits. But dude, Road Prospect to take a top cheer spot on the stream. Much appreciate, man. 25K Riff can learn to count. No, dude. What? Oh, you're right, Shin. Or shoot.
What
I mean, excuse me. I had said the wrong number, but it is 25,000 bits. Yeah. Guys, I'm trying to do like 10 things at once here. Cut me a break.
I know, but yeah, he's trying to make the game freak out. That takes a bit of attention too.
Trying to get all the invites going.
Get everybody invited in here too. So we got Poland, we got the DreamHack Observer for when they go back on the main stage, and all the different backups, yo. So I'm backup G, and then we need like a couple of the others too.
Yeah, we got backup dancers on backup dancers here, man.
Day on deck.
All right.
Oh, well, so I'm assuming Crank. Oh, Crank is probably doing it, right?
Yeah, Crank is streaming. I'm gonna guess that's him as Korea. Players are saying they're ready though, so let's hop into it. We do have a map intro for now. By its course, so sit tight, guys. We'll see you in game. All right, folks, we're back. Getting into game number 2 in this best of 5. Pretty tight game 1. Came down to a couple buildings of a base trade, but I think we know that he was on the outs. In the bottom right, down 1 at the moment, we have the Blue Zerg, Team Experts, Bly.
And in the top left-hand corner, the other half of the craziness, it is Sidestorm Gaming's True.
I got a very nice 1-0 to start this off. We'll see if Bly has any tricks up his sleeve to make up for it, but I do want to go back to Royal Prospecting for a moment to properly celebrate the 25,000 bits. Thank you once again for that, my dude, because we are not paid to be here, and now I suddenly feel a lot better about the long amount of ZvZs we're going to be casting.
He's like, I'll cast ZvZs all day. Yo, send them at me.
Yeah. Well, actually, again, we knew Blind True was going to be interesting and fun. It's the fact that it's just daunting to see so many mirror matchups in our, I guess, list of things to do. But again, Royal Prospecting, thank you very much, dude. I know you have been here. You're always watching the stream, and that is just the nicest gosh darn thing somebody can do.
Yeah, so that's really awesome, man. Just out of nowhere to RKO'd us with
awesome.
That one.
I just spilled water on my pants.
It's all good.
Where's backup? Which backup G?
I got
backup G.
All right. Well, we know that Rifkin is wearing pants at least. So.
Yeah. Sorry. What?
All right. Well, here we are, guys. It is going to be another ZvZ, and not so much any crazy builds coming out in the beginning this time around, as they are both going to be going for that gas hatch pool, or rather, hatch gas pool. Sorry. So last game, for those that are just joining us, Bly opened up with a 12 pool expand. It wasn't any kind of all-in, but it was meant to try to cancel the base of True. But True ended up opening up with the gas first, with the pool first. and then was able to defend it really easily with the pulling of some drones. So maybe Bly not feeling as confident when it comes down to that anymore. So very, very standard opener here on a map that can lend itself to some macro plays. It is really, really big, and a lot of space in the middle. Obviously, you get those actual neon violet squares where your units can get stuck in, but don't really see it come into play that often, I would say. A lot of the engagements happen on one side of whoever is getting attacked. So let us see where we go from here. Bly not getting speed just yet, as he just gets his 100 gas.
I got the camera back now, Tampa. Thank you very much for covering me, man.
No problem.
I am a hand talker, guys, so I was thinking and again excited about road prospecting. I knocked my glass over. Luckily, I will say I'd rather go my pants than my keyboard, because on my keyboard then we can't cast anything.
Yeah, that would have sucked. So this is something interesting here, Riff. Bly is mining a ton of gas and he has not got speed yet, so I'm wondering what he's saving it up for.
Yeah, actually, this might be something he was looking for a reaction to see what True's doing. True is going for a Baneling Nest, and if the Lings go to the natural base, they will see that. True's might be defensive, but this would prompt Bly to maybe match it. No, he just goes for a really fast layer behind this.
This is risky business here, but at least he's going for the road style, not going to just go into really fast mutas. Usually, if you're going to go for mutas, you still are going to get Zergling speed, unless you are just trying to get the fastest mutas possible, but...
So here's the catch to this, though. It's Bly, and what you've just said is true for most Zergs out there.
Hey.
I'm waiting to see the extra guys just come down. It looks like it might not be mutas, but Bly does this thing where with roaches he will go like 8 or 9 mutas, and it works out really well. It's my favorite way to watch him play this matchup, but without the gases, that doesn't look like that's going to be happening here.
Yeah, Bly plays the way that he wants to. He confirmed the third base of True, and True himself is looking like he wants to just go for the standard style. He didn't go for speed as well as any Banelings, because he didn't see a third base here from Bly. So there's really no reason, unless you're going to go all in, to go Ling Bane, unless you're trying to cancel the third base. So he's just like, all right, 10 drones, let's get it. Whoa. More gas.
The Banelings aren't going to break this wall. I think he knows that too.
There's really nothing he can do here. It's a full wall here for Bly. Like a legit full wall.
Yeah, and of course, this is how he plans to get out of it, though. By going under it.
Okay, then. This is going to get exciting, because True is looking like... it almost looked like he was setting up to go into Muta, but I feel like, yeah, much safer to go this style here, but...
Timing is going to be so awkward. True was trying to get a little bit fancy. I love this move. Like, 9 times out of 10, this probably works well. 2 Banelings hit, they don't kill everything, but the Zerglings clean it up. The Roaches, though, are spawning at a time to deal with this, and while True might be finishing up his Roach Warren, he'll have to still build the Roaches, giving Bly plenty of time to assert control over this ramp. And True, he does see this. He's got vision of it. But Bly doesn't see what's happening in the main. Oh, he pulls. Oh, come on. Come on. All right, good block. Queen ends up helping out a lot there. Only losing 4 drones, and this is every drone counts when you're on a low drone count going into a fight. Bly comes out on top of the Overlords, meaning the Queens can actually kill some of the Overlords. And with control of the ramp, it means he also controls where the reinforcements come from. True can't funnel up that ramp into a concave if Bly's got control of it.
And now more Roaches are going to be going into that Nidus
He brought a spine. That is Bly's spine crawler coming out in True's main base.
What? I didn't even see that. Yeah, and now with the drones getting pulled,
Transfuse.
True has enough to spare. Is it going to be enough? The surround.
It's messy.
He's going to hold, but he loses a ton of drones in the process.
Yeah, Bly had +1 weapons, but his army's gone. So that's kind of that, man. True did, but here's the thing: the attack stops, but the game's not over because True actually lost so many drones in this defense. But
that's what I'm saying, and then I think this is greedy of Bly to make 10 drones right now.
Oh, that's ballsy. That's real ballsy.
Like, he needs to like survive right here, because if True pushes right now, then there's really nothing that Bly can do to defend. But with the 10 drones coming out, if he can muster enough drones, or rather Roaches out. Hey, that's your style.
I love this. This is actually really important, though. That one Zerg thing that was just dropped off in the main scouted that. And now True knows, wait, Bly's gone for this. That means he's not going to have any units to defend, and he chooses to push. And these Roaches are going to chew through these Evo chambers and get right to this base. No problemo. The Mutas are going to take a while to spawn once the Spire ever finishes, and then beyond that, they have such little damage, it'll take forever to clean up the Roaches. This does not bode well for Bly.
No, this is a really greedy play out of Bly. I mean, I don't think he knows how much damage he did to the drone line of True. So he's trying to go for 2 different techs at once. I mean, if the Spire was put down during the push, then maybe they'd be popping out right now. But it would only be like 4 mutas anyway, so it's not like they would ever be able to kill this amount of roaches.
Yeah, but 4 mutas in the middle of the map, having whittled away at these roaches would be way better than no mutas.
Yeah. Because he's just trying to hold with an inferior amount of roaches and Ravagers right now.
The Ravagers are getting some pretty nice damage on said roaches, though, but that roach warren's about to fall. It's going to open the doorway to the Zerglings. No more roaches to come out. He tries to bridge the gap with an Evo Chamber, but it's still not going to be enough. That was a great Curse of Battle, though. That just took out like half the Zerglings. However, I think numbers still favor True, and timing certainly favors True. Bly stuck here. He does get the drones to muck up the works here for the roaches.
And down goes another queen. Now Bly's being the one that's losing the drones. Morlings are going to flood on in. And Bly, he's actually keeping his Ravagers alive. But only for so long until they don't have anything to buffer for them. The drones are going to fall. The roaches are going to fall. The Evo Chambers fall.
Yo, Here's 2 games in a row where Ling speed matters. And it matters a lot.
Lings, being able to just use all of your minerals here, so good.
Not even just that, like, get here fast enough to take advantage of it before Bly builds something else. You've already surrounded the units that are coming out. Drones get pulled once again. 28 workers down. GGs get called, and True locks down game number 2.
Wow, that was just a little bit too much greed out of Bly there. Too much greed.
The Nidus Worm was a cool idea, but man, that was so far off of working.
I think it could have worked out though. Like if he was able to take the 3rd in the back and then like...
The only way that works out is if True's droning instead of making roaches. I mean, True made, what, 17 roaches? I think it was like 5 more than Bly had for the attack.
Right off the bat, yeah.
Cool. What's that guy's gonna invite everybody again. But the update of the sub goal. Sorry guys, we got shout outs. I know we missed a couple there, but the game got going and it's a little bit hectic trying to do everything here on my own.
I know. If you need help, let me know. I'll create them. I just gotta make sure right with the game heart.
That's good. I got it. Why did True not join? Anyways, who do we miss here? Menins, thank you for the 16-month resub, and I would prefer not to. Came back for 2 years to shout, "Go Bly!" Perhaps we should have read that out earlier. You needed your cheers for that last game, man.
You needed it. Oh. Yeah, that was really cool style out of Bly, though. It just wasn't able to deal with the counterattack. All right. So here we are. Game number 3. Similar situation to last series where somebody goes up 2-0. Let's hope that Bly can bring it back in order to make it a cool series. But I'm sure for True's sake, he's like, you know what? I just want this to be a quick 3-0 so I can focus on the round of 8.
Well, last calls. No one else is getting in. Let's hop into Catalyst, a map we actually have the intro for. See you guys in game. Back in action, map number 3 coming at you guys, but it's a little bit one-sided. Repping those team colors with that sexy Storm blue. To the top left, we've got True. Up 2-0 in this best of 5.
Rocking. That was a good rhyme, Rifkin. In the bottom right-hand corner, rocking the sexy red from Team Expert. It is the Fly Bly.
I like to rhyme all the moments I do intros for.
That's like a MF Doom style of rhyming right there. I don't know if you know what MF Doom is, but he does stuff like that where he'll make you expect the rhyme and then say something completely different.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite actually love poems does that, but not gonna get goofy and goopy on this cast. True goes for a hatch first. This is a bold move versus Bly, who, as expected, has thrown down his pool first. but it's not an early pool, it's not a gas pool, it's just a pool first. So True will get away with the hatchery. I think there's not a huge difference nowadays in hatch versus pool first, but I think the slight favoritism still goes to the hatch player.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's really, really light, but I would say so too. Just getting that out, being able to get your queens out at the same time too. So here we go though, Bly delaying his gas a little bit, right? So he is gonna have that extra mineral income for a shorter period of time, but it is what it is. It's like these little kind of things here.
I'm gonna continue down the rhyme path here for a sec, Tempo. We're gonna freestyle this because in the games leading up to this, the one thing Bly would need would be Zergling speed. And
indeed.
In order to proceed, I really think that the lack of link speed has not been a determining factor, but we've been witnessing how big of a deal it's been for True, and it shows how powerful it can really be to have those reinforcements right there on the front line, because we've cast dozens of ZvZs. Gosh, if you're doing anything in Europe, you're gonna see lots of ZvZs, and always, it looks so boring because it's so evenly matched. The difference of speed versus no speed, though, kind of almost in a weird way is taking away Bly's defender's advantage. That extra time he would have to make the roaches to get those extra couple of units out. So he has once again so far opted not to go for speed, but right now he's microing, so he might not be thinking about building. Floating a lot of money right now.
Doesn't even need speed to get all these kills here. Gets 5 drone kills with slow lings and even a 6th one. Are you kidding me? That is unheard of, actually.
Well, but this is kind of important because True did get away with the hatch first. He had a couple extra drones out. He was actually in a drone lead leading into the fight. Bly now evens it up and even takes a small lead because of his drone wave at the back end of this. So this worked out really well for him, all things considered.
And the good part, too, is that since Bly's going to be going for lair and True lost 4 or 6 drones right there, he's going to have to remake those drones. So it does give Bly a bit more breathing room as True wants to catch back up. So I think going for that roach style without the speed should hopefully, for his sake, allow him to go ahead, get the roaches out, get a good timing, because True's not going for that early third base this game.
So if we're actually going to go backwards here to the double evil chamber game Bly lost, I'm really sad. I'm not sure what the forcing or whatever it was that caused him to cancel the armor upgrade. But that's one of those big deal upgrades that helps when you skip Zergling speed. It makes everything stronger. Everything can take that one extra hit type thing. But whether he gets away with that this game or not, I guess we'll see. Because he obviously would like to. He's got the double Eva set up. He's got the gas saved up too. But that might just go to roach speed for now. So he did finish that layer lickety split.
Oh yeah, that's a really fast layer, and this is a lot better than last time. I'm wondering, though, if he's going to try the Nidus again. I would like him to just go for a regular kind of road speed +1 timing, because it would catch True off.
Well, it's interesting because he's not going for a third. He's got, yeah, there we go, speed starts up. If he is going for a Nidus form, we'd see more queens being produced, but he's only made 3, so like he had to do something. And for me, it's just a lot of question marks with Bly, and I do wonder if he's maybe questioning himself a little bit in some of his moves. Either way, third base comes down now behind True's by almost a full hatchery, so that's going to kind of suck. But at the same time, we got to consider what's True done here. True has gone for Zergling speed. He's built a Baneling Nest, so that's like, what, 150 gas just out the window that he is going to be straight up behind in.
Yes. And even the drone count, he's just now catching up to Bly, so that third base is going to kick in. But it's going to be right around the time that the roaches push across the map. And you really have to take this seriously. A +1 road speed attack when you've invested into speed, when you've invested into Baneling Nest, and then you're going to try to go into roaches to try to match your opponent. It's something that can absolutely kill you or cause you to fall behind in drones because you just don't have enough, and you're pulling drones to have the defense happen.
This is where it's going to get really awesome from Bly if he does micro right. The speed is all the difference in the world. Keep in mind, guys, True doesn't even have a layer to begin roach speed, meaning Bly gets to dictate all the fights for the next like 3 to 5 minutes, because anytime he wants to disengage, just walks away. True can't possibly catch him. The exception to this, though, is if you are going to be really adversely affected by speed, you can go for Ravagers. They are fast naturally and do not need a speed upgrade, but that's not what True's looking at right now. He's just building roaches, and Bly's going to be able to just pick and chew, hit and run, fight at his own discretion, even outrun the roaches and just go straight on over here, picks off that queen, which even there does like a magic trick.
He's just going to be able to pick off roaches as he heads into the main. Wow. Gets a scout and sees that there is no lair either, so that's definitely a nice scout from Bly. And starting to get some good economic damage done while he gets his own third up.
It's really nice killing a lot of drones, but is it worth losing all the roaches for?
I mean, as long as he can get a few roaches out here. I mean, look at how fast they are. He's just like, nope. I'm out. We out. Okay, he's losing roaches actually pretty.
Yeah, but roaches on the right side are taking a pretty good fight. +1 weapons is kicked in as well, finally for True. So up to this point, of course, he was fighting without them. Bly trying to sneak off a couple more workers. Micro playing against him, but 16 drones killed in total, and he's been policing the spawns. Oh my god, he's been catching every roach that pops out of the Zerg base. No wonder True's having trouble getting that army supply up.
Yeah, he simply can't meet up with the rest of the roaches, and pulling all of those initial roaches into the main means that every single reinforcement was going to get picked off, and then the third base was under fire at the same time. And look at this, he's just abusing the fact that True cannot keep up.
Yeah, speed is such a problem.
This is so strange. I've never seen this period of time.
Speed's never worked like this. Usually there's a roach roaring wall similar to what Bly has at home, so they don't get to just walk through the front door, but... Yo, he walks through the front door, goes to the back door, has no problem killing these bases, but his overlords see the counterattack. Bly now has to pick. Do you go for another base trade, or do you come home to defend?
Well, did he get any spine crawlers up? No, I think he's just going to try to defend. And True Dove, he definitely has enough to push on through.
He's so close to +2.
Yeah. Without even speed, he doesn't need it. Now he's on the other side of the map, pushing the pressure onto Bly himself, but Bly... getting so much damage done on the other side, I think he's going to be fine.
I think Defenders has got it. Yeah, Defenders advantage kicks in. GG. Bly puts a point on the board. He will not go down without a fight.
No, history repeating itself in the series too, right? Like, we've seen it 2 times already.
Yo, I'm cool if we get a lot of ace matches.
Same here.
That's the one thing that redeems ZvZ Fest.
It's the back and forth and not having to wait in between games. Like yesterday, we had a few times we had a bit of dead space, but it kind of picked up towards the middle.
Well, looks like Blackpink's gonna be the next map, and if this goes to Game 5, East Watch will be the last one.
Finally, we haven't seen that map at all, so love it.
Alright, just get the observers in, guys. Sorry, it's always like a little bit of awkwardness between games here because I gotta. Yeah. Normally, here at the channel it's nice because you only need to like juggle one person, but yeah, on DreamHack you've got to juggle like 15.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know who's on the DH OBS A counting it right now, but like I'm just finger wagging, shunning you. I had you add me so you could join the lobby, and I wouldn't have to invite you. So
it's like goddamn. It is a lot. Yeah, there are many different languages that are covering this right now. So, of course, we are the English cast,
the Canadian American cast,
Canadian African American cast.
We are the Kwames.
We are. Oh man, that makes me so happy. It makes so much sense, man.
All right. Well, looks like everyone's Gucci, so let's just get into it. Blackpink, see you guys on the map. Yoga Gear says BaseTradeTV is appreciating zombie or upset of lobbies now. I'm pretty sure I rather vocally say that literally every time. So that's like saying BaseTradeTV is appreciating the air he breathes now. Like, yes, it is something that we do every day, every time. All right, we're getting to game number 4. He's still on match point. He's still on his last life, but he's fighting to the bottom left. We got team experts, Bly.
And in the top right-hand corner, showing that he can bleed, it is True from Psystorm Gaming.
Let's quickly remind everybody what's at stake for this. Here in the round of 16 players have qualified for good money. 16th place in this tournament, $2,750. 300 WCS points. Not a bad paycheck. But advancing past this best of 5, if you win it, your new prize pool is $4,000. That's what you walk away with. There's a lot riding on this.
That's a big deal right there. Just the difference, and then the opportunity to even fight to be the champion here, right? Like, yeah, it's a lot of scary people in the bracket, but nobody wants to get knocked out in the round of 16. It's always good to be able to make it, and maybe you can exceed your expectations, but I don't think anybody gets to round of 16 and says, you know what, cool, I'm going to get knocked out now because I got other things to do. So...
I just
had to get my 2 cents.
I want to make like a Lil Bell joke or something, but I feel like that's beating a dead horse.
I don't even want to. I totally forgot about that. Dang.
But anyways, Bly has been the scrappiest guy I have known. He's one of the most determined players I know. So if there's one guy who's going to give it his all to come back in this series, it's him. And True can't let his guard down. I mean, no. Last game, whatever, is an individual. Maybe some of you will classify as lucky. Maybe some of you will classify as just like a build order thing. The reality is, like, Bly is a very, how to say this, like, not negatively, but like malicious player. Like, you got to be very careful when you're fighting against them. And we saw him in that one game almost get to Mutalisk, his signature move. If True lets that happen, things could get really bad. But we'll see if he lets that be the case. Once again, it's speed versus what I'm assuming is no speed. Bly has like pledged to just take the hotkey for the spawning pool off. Yeah. And not even go for Zerg speed at all.
Doesn't care about it. I mean, when you're able to get 6 kills with 6 lings, then I commend you, my man. I feel like it won't happen again, but yeah, True definitely opting to go for the more standard. He's always taking that early third, always getting the speed, and then usually the baneling front door.
But this time there's Zerglings ready to greet him as well as a queen. She was moving out to pick off an overlord, of course.
Yep, he's helping out. Does allow that third to be taken. Yeah, what do you think about he's taking the third base, the little one on the low ground of that where the main is. So it's kind of interesting, peculiar third that he took. And I like this, an adaptation to his opponent. True, grabbing the Roach Warren and skipping the baneling nest completely.
I don't think skipping the baneling nest is that big of a deal. In fact, it's almost a bigger deal if he does go for a baneling nest. But kind of cool tricks here out of Bly, trying to bait True into like a bad fight. True not taking that fight though.
But with speed now, he can get into that position a lot quicker. But Bly, yeah, still
credit where it's due. He does make the best out of a bad situation for these Zerglings.
Yeah. And in the middle of the
that
map,
Overlord it took a million years, but finally goes down.
And another one under fire. True's going crazy with lings right now, by the way.
Yeah, that's where it might get a little alarming for Bly, but Bly's not reached out for a third. He's got a wall up. No banelings to bust through said wall. There's almost a transfuse. 5 seconds to
energy.
go.
Yep, but another queen comes from the main, and she does have a transfuse, so it's going to be a long time before these lings break through this Evo chamber.
Transfusing the queen instead of the Evo chamber is still like a risky move. You'll lose that +1 upgrade. That kind of sucks. You better off just cancel it and just start on the other Evo chamber. But nice walling tactics here. So he does hold the wall for now. Now roaches are out, so he should be able to deflect these lings. Nicely done.
Oh, that was close. He almost slipped up there by not moving the queen forward. But he's going for that weakened Evo chamber, and he gets into the natural.
Oh, this is the problem. We saw this with the roaches out of Bly before, and Nebula Karma and Payback is going to have to chase around these lings. Not fun to do when they've got speed like this.
No. Targeting down the drones is always a good idea here. You're not going to be able to get any of these roaches killed. And he scouts the lair as well, so he knows that at least Bly has the potential to go for the roach speed. I don't think True is on lair tech yet.
If Bly had that +1 timing for this attack the way he was planning to, this would be great. But he doesn't. True's up a base and about a dozen workers. On top of this, he's going to have his own roaches to match this. The one thing Bly may have going for him at some point is speed, but True is so... I feel like so ready to take this fight.
Yeah, I think he should be, especially with the queens to support. They can get transfuses too. If he can connect the creep between his main or his natural and his third, then that kind of just puts a sugar on the cupcake, or a cherry on the cupcake. But
cupcakes are like 80% sugar. If you're putting sugar on top of your cupcake,
the frosting on the cupcake.
How do I make the frosting crunchier? I know, I could add some sugar to it. Just sprinkle that shit on.
Put some sugar cubes style. Yo, get some sugar cubes on it, man. You'd be good.
Sugar cube? What are you, a horse?
Yeah. Well, no, but sugar cubes are good. What I meant was, come on, you don't put sugar cubes in like.
Your call dropped interestingly enough on Skype, by the way. We'll fix that after. So when we come out of the game, there might not be a cam, guys, but. Speed's about to finish for Bly. Unfortunately, though, Speed will not allow him to maneuver around these roaches. There's a lot of them, so if Bly tries to walk past, he's going to take a ton of damage.
Uh-oh. Yeah, when Speed finishes, you might see a repeat of last game, but I think that True is aware of that happening, so he's trying to keep his roaches in multiple locations, but if all of the roaches of Bly hop on top of a small group of roaches of True, he won't be able to react in time.
This attack here, looking and just hoping he'd be out of position, but that's not the case. Bly does run through the south side. Maybe he's hoping to catch True off guard. True will be off guard because he pulls all the roaches to fight the north side. Realizing the jig is up, he catches Bly. And, well, Bly does run past the roaches, and this is nice. He's not going to get the same damage that we saw last game. Not
at all. And, I mean, True has more supply this time around. His drone count was higher for a longer period of time. And even though Bly has the +1, it just doesn't even matter at this point. I'm wondering why True is sticking on hatchery tech for so long, though, right? Like,
might just be a brute force thing because he's going to have link speed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's up 40-something supply.
Wow, I've never seen road speed go not taken for this long.
That's because he
has so much supply right now. Yeah. Uh-oh. Nice little move there from Bly, though. Takes out one of the overlords with the corrosive bile.
Yeah, gonna shut down some supply, actually, as True gets a bit blocked, but that being said, True, still slow, has a really tight army. It's big, it's strong, it moves through the corrosive biles. The Lings are soaking a lot of shots. Of course, roaches are notorious for their overkill. That's where Lings are really nice at soaking hits. But Bly is, he's having trouble trading this.
He is. He can't actually get that speed to have an advantage for him. He's trying to kite a bit, and it's allowing him to buy time to get more roaches out, but he's just not kiting it perfectly. He's allowing all of the roaches of True to hit him every time.
Look at this splits, real nice. Of course, he did split another huge chunk of his roaches over here to the natural, so while he's been kind of mucking around with Bly's roaches to the north, he has been getting into the base. And on top of the spawns, on top of the drones, cutting off reinforcements, now the Lings start flooding in too, and this is where it starts snowballing out of proportion.
That it does. Ling's getting on top of all of the roaches as well, and even without speed, True pushes across the map, doesn't care, has more, and then of course the pitiful Lings that come out that don't have wings. And the drone's even moving on through the roaches. This is looking like a GG for True.
I do love, by the way, how he very intentionally chose not to kill a lot of these buildings. He didn't want a bunch of riddlings on him. But GG. Unfortunately, Bly will die here and now. We witnessed the death of a great Ukrainian player. And, oh, right. Enjoy Skype logs, guys. It's tempo.
Yeah. I don't know why it did that. It did it before. Remember when oh, no. It was just a video that I thought was all messed up, but for some reason.
That's good now. All right, guys. We're going to go figure out what's coming up next, because I don't know. It's probably... I think we were just told we're casting all the ZvZs today. So, sit tight. We'll be back in a bit, and we'll hit you with updates when we know what's going on. Big day to Cornac for that 5-month resub. Glad to catch you here just before we head out. I want to head out, but go to break, and we'll see you guys soon.